Did you know you can analyze complete data sets using only Excel? So only Excel will do the entire analysis for you step by step, okay? Without using Python, SQL, or Power BI at all. Only Excel will do the entire analysis for you. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to analyze data sets using Excel, from data collection to data cleaning to drawing insights from this data set, to analyzing those insights, right? So visualizing those insights as well, and they're going to build a complete dashboard or a report using only Excel. So let's dive right in and see how we can achieve that. So here is my Excel, and I have different data set I want to use for this particular analysis here. So I'm going to be getting those data sets now into my Excel. Then we continue with analysis. So the first thing is to get data, because without data sets, then you're just doing yourself. So let's get data set into our Power BI, and I'm going to be using my Power Query to get data sets. Okay, so Power Query is used for data collection and data cleaning. So I'm using my Power Query now to get those data sets into my Excel. Then I will clean them in Power Query as well and do all the things I need to do in Power Query. Okay, so let me get those data into my Power Query, then do the cleaning, and I get it back into my Excel. So to get your Power Query, so go to data tab here, and then go to get data here, and then go to launch Power Query editor here. Okay, it's going to open the Power Query for you. So now you can easily get those data sets into this your Power Query that have been launched for you. So I'm going to get my data sets. The data sets are here. They are here, right? So this is the adventure work data set. So my data set is actually here, and I'll be using this data sets as my data source now. So let's go back to Excel. To get data into my Power Query, I just go to the new source here, and then go to file. If you want to learn Power Query, I'm not going to explain the entire Power Query to you in this video. If you want to learn Power Query, check my video out on Power Query, like how to use Power Query to clean and get data set. Okay, check it out now. So to get data to my Power Query, I just go to the file and then go to Excel, because I have an Excel workbook in my computer. I will just access it through the Excel workbook here. Okay, then it is, the location is going to be on for classes here. Then now it is here, and then it is this database here, and it is adventure work here. Okay, so we double click it, and you're going to open the adventure work data for me now. So I'm going to explain this to you again. So now we have these different tables here. So the first one here is the customer table, and the customer table contains the information about our customer, that is our customer info. And we have the dates table. So the dates table contains the information about the dates only, and we have the geography tables, that is the customer's location, and we have the product, that is the info about the product, and we have the sales territory, that is also a location, and then we have fact internet sales table. So this is like the sales table or the metrics table. It contains the metric, that is the numbers we are going to be dealing with, like our KPIs, like the sales, the orders, and all those things are contained in the facts table. And then you can see that these ones are dimension tables. So we have dim customer, dim dates. So these are dimension tables, and dimension tables are tables that contains information about the aspects of our business. Like customer is an aspect of our business, product is also an aspect of our business, and we have the locations like for our customers, right? So I'm going to be getting this data here now into my Power Query. So click on this select multiply item, because I want to select all of them at the same time. So I will be needing this dim customer table, and I'll be needing this sales territory table, and I'll be needing this products table, and I will need the fact table itself. So I want to ignore it, because you can also use this one by yourself, because I want to get only 4, because they're just too much for me to work with for this example here. So if you're working with this data on your own, you can also work on all the 6 of them, but I want to work on only 4 because of our time. Okay, so I'll be getting these 4 tables here into my Power Query for further data cleaning. So I'm going to be getting this now. So click on OK after selecting entire thing. So now we have these tables here inside our Power Query. So now you can go ahead and do the clean that we want to do. That we have to clean this data set here to meet our specific need. Okay, so normally we have different types of cleaning, and cleaning is also subjective to the person that's doing the analysis. So cleaning to me is not the same thing as cleaning to you. Okay, we have different types of data cleaning. Okay, so for me now, I'm going to remove some columns that I don't need from all these tables here. So I will start from the facts table and get only the columns that I will need into my Power Query and ignore other ones. So I will need this product key here, because this is like the foreign key to the product table here. So the product key here is a foreign key, and the product key here is a primary key. You can see that you have two different tables here. So the product key here is a primary key and the product key here is a foreign key. So I will need the foreign key to join the two tables together. We get to that part as well. So I'll remove this order date key here. I don't need it. So I'll just click on this and then hold my control and select all the ones I don't need. Okay, so I don't need this order date key here. I don't need this ship date key here. I will need this due date key for the connecting. Okay, I don't have the date table here, so I don't need this one as well. I will need this customer key for the customer table, and I don't need this promotion key. I don't need this one as well. So I will need the sales territory key here as well for the sales territory table here. And then sales order number, I don't need this one personally. So the person that owns this data knows why he has the order number and all those other things here. Okay, but I don't need the sales order number. So hold your control and select all the ones that you don't need. I don't need this one as well. This one I don't need it. Order quantity, I need it to get my total order and total customer and also my total revenue and total cost of goods sold. Then this unit price is also needed for our total revenue. I don't need this amount here. Oh, I've unselected the ones. Okay, now I'm going to select the ones I need. I need this one. I need this. I need this. I need this. Okay, so I will select the ones that I need now. So I need this. I need this. I don't need this. Okay, so I think that one is going to be easier. Then I need the product cost here, that is the cost of producing the goods. Okay, I need the sales amount. Oh, I have the unit price right. I don't need the sales amount again because they're actually the same thing. Okay, then I'm going to be needing what? So all these tax amounts here, the person that owns this data knows how he got the tax amount, so he might need it personally, but me, I don't need it here. Okay, so that's all I need from this particular table. Now just I click on one column header like this and then remove other columns. So now I've selected the ones I need, so I'll just remove other columns from my table. So now these are the ones that I'm going to be working with here. So go to this another table here, the product table. I need only two columns here, that is the product key and then the product name. Okay, so the product key is here, the product name is here as well. So we can translate this and then right click again and remove other columns. Okay, then come to sales territory table here. So I don't need this last one. It's an empty column, as you can see it here. So I will remove the column and then my bad. So remove other columns. So I'm going to be undoing, like I will undo the step now because I made a mistake. I remove other columns. I should have removed the column itself. Remove column like this. So like this row as well is also empty. So I'm going to be removing this last row here. So I'll come to remove the rows here, then remove bottom rows, and then the last row is going to be number one row from the bottom. Okay, so remove last row for me. So now we have a clean data here. So go to the customer table and then I'm going to need the customer key. I will need the customer key here. I don't need this one. So customer key and then what else I need? First name and last name. And then I will need name, sample, birth dates, marital status, yes, gender, yes, yearly income, yes. What else do I need? Total children, none of my business. Bachelor education, yes. I will need their occupation as well. And that is all I need from this one as well. So I will click on this and I remove other columns. Now these are only the things that I need from the customer table. Okay, so now I have all these things here now from different tables. So you can see we have fact sales table here, and we have dim products table, we have sales territory table, and we have customer table. So we have different tables here. So that means if I want to see my revenue is actually here in the fact sales table, that is the unit price multiplied by the order quantity. That's our revenue. You multiply the order quantity by the unit price to get your total revenue, but for total cost of goods sold, that is the COGS, is going to be the order quantity here multiplied by total production cost to get our COGS. Okay, so now our COGS and revenue, they are in a different table, and we have our customer information on a different table. So if you want to see the total sales or total revenue by our customers, now we can't do that until we join these two tables together before we'll be able to draw insight from one table and join it to another table. Okay, like I will need the revenue from this fact sales table here, and I will need the customer name from this customer table here. So that is not possible until you join these two tables together. So we have different ways of doing that in Excel. So you can join different tables together in Excel using the X lookup. Okay, like you search for the info in one table and then put it in that table and merge them together, or you can use the what we call the power pivot in Excel to join different tables together and draw insights from both tables, and they will make sense. Okay, or you use Power Query I'm going to be using now. So I'll be using Power Query to merge all these tables together, so I'll be able to draw insight from one table and insight from another table and make them one. Okay, make them useful. So you're going to be using the merge feature here in Power Query. So I'll just click on the merge here and then merge query as new, because I want to merge multiple queries. I will merge the fact sales table and the product table. I will now merge them again with the sales territory table. I will now merge them again with the last one, which is the customer table. Okay, so click on here and then merge queries here. So merge as new, merge queries as new. Okay, so the first table here is the facts table. Okay, the second table is going to be the product table, dream product. Okay, so left outer, so I want to write outer, that is it will return everything from the second table matching from the first table, right? Or let's use left outer, that I want to return everything from this first table, merging it with everything on this second, because we have a bigger table here than this one. Okay, so I'll be using left outer join. So this is also same thing as joins in SQL. Okay, and also it is also in Power BI. So the next video is going to be on Power BI, how to do this same thing in Power BI. So watch out for the next video. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK now. Okay, we are going to select the keys we are going to be joining them on, because I explained that we have primary key and we have the foreign key. So the primary key is a unique key that identifies each rows in our table, and the foreign key is a primary key in another table. So now the product key here is a foreign key and the product key here is a primary key. So I can join the both of them together here using the product key. Okay, the product key here is a foreign key and the product key here is a primary key. So this product key in this product table, they are all unique keys. We don't have two of one key. Okay, but these ones we have duplicate of keys here. So click on OK, then it's going to merge these two tables together. So earlier we had how many columns here? We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we have 7 columns here, right? So for the product table we have only 2 columns. So now that I've merged all them together, we're going to be having 9 different columns now. Okay, so let's check the merged one. So scroll to the end and then expand this dim product here. So let's expand it. Yeah, expand. So now if you count the tables, the columns you have now, you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then last one 9. Can you see now? Now we've merged those two tables together to form one table. Okay, we merged those two tables to form only one table now. So I'm going to merge this same merge one here with the sales territory table. So we merge this merge one here with the sales territory table, because this merge one is the combination of this dim product and the fact sales table. So we now merge this merge one now to the sales territory as well. So go to the merge query as new again. Okay, so this is the merge one here, and then the second table is going to be the sales territory table here. Then we merge them on the sales territory key. So the sales territory key here, as I said earlier, it is the primary key, and the sales territory key here is the foreign key. Okay, we merge them on both of them. Okay, so we are going to be using everything from here. Yes, this is left outer join. So we're going to click on OK now. So it has merged those 3 tables together. So if you go to sales territory table here, we have how many columns here? So we had 9 earlier, right? So now we are going to be having how many? So we have 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 plus 9, that's 14 different columns. So let's go to merge and confirm that. So let's go to the end and then expand this sales territory as well. Expand, yes. So let's count the total columns that we have now. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, 14. You can see that we have 14 different columns in this table now because we've merged the three tables together. The last table now is the customer table. So I'm going to merge the customer tables to the merge 2 because merge 2 contains the three tables here, and we're going to merge the customer table here to the merge 2 now. So click on merge 2, then come to merge table, merge queries as new. So merge 2 is here. The last table is going to be the customer table. So click on the customer table here. They want to merge them on the customer key here, customer key here. So the customer key in the customer table here is the primary key, and the customer key in the merge 2 here is the foreign key. Okay, so everything from here and join to this one, so we're good. Okay, so let's go to the end and then expand what we have here. So I'm going to expand this. So let's see how many columns we have in our customer table. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 columns and we had 14 earlier. That means we have 22 columns in total inside our merge 3 now. So let's count. So you can even see it here. So we have 22 total columns. That is the combination of the entire columns here is what is 22. Okay, so we're going to be working with our merge 3 now. So now we have our all our tables together in one place. Now you can now draw insights from all these tables together. If you want to get total product sales, you can easily get total product sales, right? Because we have the sales here and the products in the same table now. It will be easier for you to draw insight from one table to another table. So now that we are done with our cleaning of data sets in our Power Query, we're going to load this data into our Excel to draw our insights and our analysis, and also to build our dashboard in Excel. So let's close and load this data. It's going to load it into Excel. It is loading. Merge 3 is loading. So now we have this data here. You can see all the tables that we add in Power Query. They are all here as well. The sheet 1 is here, and we have this one. Okay, we have this, we have this, we have this, and we have merge 1, merge 2, and then merge 3 here. So we are going to be using this merge 3 as our main table. So let's rename this one to main. Okay, this is our main table that we're going to be using for analysis now. Okay, so now that we are done with our data collection and data cleaning, so the next thing now is to draw insight from these tables. Okay, so how do you draw insight from a data? So you have to first note your KPIs. So what are your KPIs in this data set now? So the KPIs here, they are in our facts table. That is like the first 9 columns here, right? So the first 9 columns here are our facts table. So this is from here all the way to this place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the first 7 columns. So these are our fact table. So now to get our KPIs, so for this particular data set, our KPIs here are the revenue, the COGS, the total customer, and total sales. So we have 4 different KPIs. Let me write that down so we don't forget. Oh, I can't write it down somewhere. So let's write it down here. So our 4 KPIs are what? The revenue. Let me expand this. The revenue, the COGS, and then the total customer. Total customer, and then total order. So these are our 4 KPIs. So you have to like first note those KPIs first, okay? So our KPIs for this data set now is the revenue, the COGS, the total customers, and total order. So now since we have our KPIs here, but we don't know our KPIs yet here, right? So that's right. So our KPIs here are the revenue, the COGS, total order, and total customer. So now since you know your KPIs, you are going to be grouping your categorical data by your KPIs. For example, now, okay, I want to know I have to rename this. So let's go back to our Power Query. So in case you make a mistake, I want to go and edit something in your Power Query. So this is how you go back to your Power Query. Okay, so you click on this data here and then go to your query and then go to edit somewhere here. Yeah, here. So then it's going to take you back to your Power Query. So edit what you made mistake on. So I want to rename my column headers in this mesh 3. So I will rename my column headers. They are not really descriptive enough. So sales territory key, that's cool. Order quantity is cool. Total product cost is cool as well. So we want to rename those headers. So product key is here. It's just too long. So I'm going to rename it to product key. Then the column name conf. Okay, since we have another product key, we can just rename this particular. We can just remove this one since we have the customer key already, the product key inside our table already. So now the dim product name here, we are going to remove this. Then the sales territory key, we don't need this one since we already have it. Then the sales territory alternate key, we don't need this key as well. I don't know why we have it here. Sales territory region, so this region is like the country, right? Or not country, so we don't need this one as well. Let's remove it. Okay, I think this is the country, so let's just write country here instead of this long name. Just write country. The sales territory group, we don't need this. I didn't clean this one. Let me check the table. Oh, I didn't remove it. I didn't clean them, that's why. Okay, so now let's go back here. The customer key, since we have one customer key earlier, so we can easily remove this one. Well, let's leave it. Customer key. Let's remove it. Let's remove it. Then the first name of the customer, so we don't need this for customer first name here, so we can easily rename it here. Then for the customer last name as well, you can remove this one. Then for the customer's marital status, as you can see here, this one is enough. Marital status is enough. And then customer gender is enough. And then the yearly income, you can see dim customer yearly income, so the yearly income is enough. So we can clean this to our taste. English education is enough. And for this one, occupation is enough. Occupation, we don't even need English or education here, just write in education. Okay, so I think we're good now. So you can load this back into our Excel. Let's see if it has changed. Did it? It is still loading. Yeah, it has changed. Yeah, as you can see here now, so we have this our KPI. So we have to get our KPIs, right? We have to get our KPIs. So to get our KPIs now, let's see if we can give a space here to get our KPIs here. Yeah, you can give a space here. So this is going to be our revenue. Our revenue will be here, and then our cost of goods sold will be here. COGS. COGS will be here, revenue will be here, right? So that is so what else we need? We need total customers and total orders. Okay, so now let's do these two first. So to get our revenue now, so we are going to multiply the unit price here by the order quantity here. So type your equal sign, then multiply the unit price by the order quantity. Order times unit price, so that will give you our total revenue, as you can see here. Then the COGS is going to be total order quantity. COGS is going to be order quantity multiplied by total production cost here. Okay, that is equal sign order quantity multiplied by the total product cost here. Oh, it is covering that particular column, so let's give enough space here so it won't cover the column again. So equal sign order quantity multiplied by the total product cost here, then press enter. So this is our COGS and this is our, so since we know our revenue and our COGS now, so if you now want to get if you want to analyze this data here to get some insight from here, so now you can see, okay, you want to get some insight from here, right? Because we have some categorical data sets data here. we have categorical data here. So we have the from here all the way to the end, they are all categorical data, right? So you can choose any of these categories here and say you want to group them based on the KPI. So we have two KPIs here, for example. We had four earlier, so now we have two here. So we have two KPIs here, the revenue and the COGS. So now, if I want to get my total product name, okay, let's just use product here instead of using product name. Let's just type product. It's too long to pronounce, right? So let's just use product. So you can see that we have products here. So you want to see the top 10 products by revenue. So that you can easily group the top 10 products here by the revenue, or maybe top 10 products by COGS, or top 10 products by customer that purchased them, or top 10 products by total order. That is like five different insights, right? So if you want to do it for country, as you can see, we have the countries of the sales here. Maybe you want to get the country with the highest revenue, or countries with the highest COGS, or countries with the highest customers, or countries with the highest order. That's another way to get insights, right? So let me type that one as well. So the first insight might be, now we add products, right? So the product's name is going to be here. So the product by, we have the revenue. This can be your first insight. So let's type insights down. Insights. So insights. Insights. So the first insights can be products by revenue. The second one can be same product here. Product here by COGS. I can even do top 10 products, or top 5 products, or top 20 products by COGS or revenue. Next one can be products by total order, or products by total customer. Okay, so this is only on product alone. And we have how many columns here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 different columns here. So we have 10. So we have 8 minus this particular one here. So now we have 8 different columns here that I can use to group our KPIs. That means each of them is going to give you how many insights. So you have 4 insights for this particular one. So each of those eight columns will also give you 4 different insights like this one. Okay, that means 8 times 4 is 32. That means you have 32 different insights from one table, even though we actually we remove some columns from tables from here. That means you'd have add more insight, as in you use all the tables from the adventure work here. Okay, so we have 32 different insights from one analysis. You don't even need to use all those insights in your dashboard. You need only about 5 insights in your dashboard. So just choose the 5 best insights and add them to your dashboard to make a full dashboard. Okay, so now we have all these insights here. So let's just copy and paste them and then rename this one. So this is going to be, let's choose like few of them. So let's use country. Yeah, country. So this is going to be country. And this is going to be country as well. And this will be country. You can see that we are just changing the name of the categorical data to another thing to form another insight. So this is how you can easily get insight from your data very easily. It is so simple that people just ask me every time that how do I get insights? How do I get insights? I'm having issues getting insights. So it's actually very simple to get insights. I can also do the same thing for other ones as well. So let's go to gender and marital status as well. And that's going to be the last one. So you can also figure out other ones and do them by yourself as well. So gender, and then gender here, and then gender here, which is so easy to do. but if you know how to do it, it won't take you time at all. So now you can also figure out how to do other ones as well. But here we have how many insights here? We have 4 times 3. We have 12 different insights just from 3 categorical data alone. So you cannot do for others by yourself. You can just figure out how to do this one, this, and the names as well. Okay, so that is how you draw insights from your data. So now we have to analyze these insights now to see the result of those insights. Okay, we have to see the analysis of those insights. This is just like word of mouth, so we have to like analyze those insights. To analyze your insights, you have to use a pivot table to analyze your data set to get those insights out, right? So go to pivot table. So you click on your table design, then go to your summarize this pivot table here. Then yes, merge 3 table, and then I want it in a new sheet. Yes, so click on OK. So now this is our pivot table here, and I'm going to be getting those insights now into the analysis. So the first one is to get my revenue into my rows. So if you want to learn how to use pivot table, I think I have a pivot table video as well. So check it out and learn how to use pivot table. Okay. So the row is going to the revenue is coming to the value here, and then you can see our total revenue here. And then the first insight is what? Let's go and see what the first insight is. So the first insight is the product. So the product by revenue now. So let's go and add the product in. Where's our pivot table? It is here. Let's rename this to PT. PT means pivot table. Okay. So now the product's name is where's P product? Yeah, it's here. So you can see all the products by their total revenue, but we have so many products here that is just too much, right? So I'm going to be getting only the first 5 products here. Okay. Let me see how we can do that. So we want to get the first 5, the highest 5 products, or let's do the highest 10 products. Okay, like top 10 products for like top 10 products by revenue now. Okay, so I'm going to come here and then go to value filter, then go to top 10, and then top 10 products item by sum of revenue. So click on OK. So these are our top 10 products by revenue here. Let's order them by ourselves as well. So sort from highest to the lowest here. Okay, so these are our top 10 products by revenue. So let's give it a command to see the values properly. So you can see our top 10 best performing products here. That is the first insight. So the second insight is going to be, I'm going to copy this now, Control C, and paste it under here. Okay, then what's our second insight? Second insight is product by COGS. Okay, product by COGS. So let's get the product by COGS. Our PT is here. So change this revenue here to COGS, and that's it. So revenue to COGS, and we are good. So now again, top 10 is what we need. So top 10, yeah, top 10. If you want top 5, just reduce this one to 5. In fact, let's use top 5 now. You can see the highest performing 5 items by their COGS. Let's sort from largest to the lowest. Okay, so we are going to copy this again and then change them to what? Change them to total order. As you can, so change this COGS here to total order. So I'm going to remove this COGS here, and total order is going to be the customer key, right? It's going to be customer key for our total order. So put the customer key here. Okay, these are total order by each of those. Okay, this is like it's showing sum. Let's change this sum here to a count. We don't want sum of customer keys. We want count of customer keys. Okay, so right click here and summarize value by count, as you can see here. Okay, so this is total order, also total customers. Okay, so we're going to get top 10 is okay. Top 10 by count of customer keys. Yes, so let's order it by the highest to the lowest. You can see the product with highest order, and the product with highest COGS, and the product with what? With highest revenue, as you can see here. Okay, so that's how you can do that. So let's go to the next one, which is going to be product, country, and gender. So let's go to country as well. So copy this same data here, Control C it and paste it here. to create a new pivot table. Okay, so change this product here to country. So add country in. So you can do country by orders as well, right? So let's copy this one as well. So countries by cost of goods sold and paste it here. So change the products here to country. Change this product here to countries and the countries here. So top five countries. Top what? One, two, three. So these are all the countries actually. So there's no filter here. So I don't want to put filter here actually. Okay. So then change this one to because it's the revenue and then the countries by the total revenue is going to be here. Oh, I mistakenly copied that. So let me copy it again. Control C and V here. So change this product here to country. Country. Okay. So now the next one is going to be the next one will be the gender now. Okay. You know, we have gender as next one. So let's get the gender as well. So let's just copy this whole thing here. Control C and then paste it under here and change each of them to gender. Okay, so instead of countries I'm going to be using gender. Gender, yeah, here. Then the next one, change this country here to gender. The next one, change the country to gender. Okay, so now we have all the insights analyzed. So you can see here that okay, the sum of revenue by products. Okay, this is our products here. Sum of the revenue by products here. You can see the top 10 best performing products here. Okay, by revenue, and top 5 best performing products by cost of goods sold, and then top 10 best performing products by total orders. You can see them here. That is analysis. We are trying to analyze those data sets. Okay, and same thing for the countries. You can see the countries with the highest revenue here. So the country is the highest total order here, and the country is the highest cost of goods sold. The countries with the highest revenue as well, they are all here. Let's order this one to see the country with the highest revenue. Okay. That's United States is highest revenue, followed by Australia, and the rest are following. You can also see the gender by their cost of goods sold, the gender by their revenue, and gender by their total orders, as you can see them here. So now we've gotten the analysis for this insight. Now the next thing is to visualize this insight that we've gotten from our data, and after that I'm going to be making these insights in a dashboard format. Okay, so let's now visualize this insight here. So the first one is going to be this one, the top 10 customers, the top 10 products by revenue. So to do that, so just click on the table here. This is the pivot table here. You have to generate the pivot chart for this pivot table, right? So click on the pivot table here, then go to pivot table analyze here, and then click on pivot charts to get a pivot chart for that particular pivot table. Okay, so now I can choose either bar chart or a column chart. I will use bar chart for this one. Okay, it's represent data well for me. Okay, so this is our bar chart for the top 10 revenue. Okay, so let me rename this. Let me undo. I don't know why. Control Y. Okay. Top 10 products by revenue. Okay, so you can easily reduce this so it can fit into this one. So the next one is this COGS. So let's get the same visual for that analysis as well. So come to pivot chart here. So this one I'm going to be using the same bar chart. Okay, so I'm using this same bar chart because it is actually showing me the full name of each of those columns properly. You can see the full names here. It is showing the full names well, unlike when I use the column chart here. It is not. You can see that they are overlapping on each other. That's why I'm trying to use the bar chart to show me the full names, and everything is going to be clear to me. Okay, so you have to learn how to use your chart as well. So the next one is to rename the title of the chart, so you can know what you're actually dealing with in each of these. Okay, so it's going to be top 10, top 5 products 5 products. I don't know why that is overlapping. Let me expand this. Why are they overlapping? Control Y. We'll source that later. Okay. Okay, CGS is here. I'll get the name. So we will sort that later. And the next one is going to be this top 10 total order by the product. So let's get the visual as well. So come here before pivot chart. So this one we can use. Yeah, this one is actually looking good. This one is even looking better. I don't want to use. In fact, okay, I said I need about five. I need only 5 insights, right? Or 4 insights is actually okay. Let's use only 4 insights. So now we have two, but I don't want to use this one. So let's get one insight from each of them. So let's get insight from here. Or let's just get it for all of them, right? So we can just choose the 4 that we need for our dashboard. Okay. We just choose the 4 that we need for our dashboard. So the next one is this country here. So get the pivot chart as well. So the countries, yeah, this is cool. And then we can reduce this. Then for this one, pivot table analyze, then pivot chart, not this. Pivot charts, yeah, this is cool too. So you can see the insights for each of them. Okay. Pivot chart for this. So let's use the same pivot chart for them. Then what next? For this one as well, the same pivot chart, or let's switch things and use this one. Okay, and the next one is going to be this gender here. Let's get the pivot chart for it as well. So you can use pie chart for this. If I'm going to be using pie chart or donut chart, okay. So I'll choose a donut chart for our gender because we have only 2 categories of data here. So you can use donut chart or pie chart for it. Yeah, good. So let's reduce that and then use another pie chart or donut chart for this one as well. So pie charts. Let's use pie. Let's switch things up and use pie chart for this. Okay, so this one, so let's use donut charts. Donuts. Use pie and then change it to donuts. Okay. So now we have all the insights visualized now. So all the insights have been visualized. So now we have to get this visualization here to a dashboard and build a proper dashboard for all these our insight. Okay, so for our dashboard we need only 4 different visuals to make a complete dashboard, right? So now let's go and get those 4 insights now. So the first one is going to be this top 10 revenue here. So my dashboard is going to be an entire sheet. Okay, so let's make this sheet now our dashboard. That is sheet 3. Let's name this one to dashboard. Sheet 3 is going to be our dashboard, right? So let's go to the pivot table here. So copy this particular chart here, Control C, and paste it in our dashboard, Control V, and drag it up here. Okay, go back to your pivot table, and the second insight is going to be by total order. I think I like this one. Control C, and then paste it in our dashboard as well. This is our second chart, so we need 2 more. So basically you just need like the 4 most relevant or most important charts or insights into your dash. Don't need to add all the 20 insights in one dashboard. That's going to be distracting. Okay, you need just 4 or 5 most useful insights in your dashboard. Okay, so the next one is going to be, yeah, I would need this revenue. No, I will need revenue. Where's our revenue? Yeah, it is here. So copy the revenue by country and then paste it in our dashboard here. I think we need one more. Now let's copy one of those pie charts or donut chart. Let's use this one. This is revenue by gender, yes. Or total order by gender is okay. I think order by gender. Where is order? Yeah, this one. Where is order by gender? I didn't get the insight right. Total order by gender. Where is it? Customer care. This one. So let's get the insight for total order by gender and make that a donut chart. So I'm going to be using this one. So copy that, Control C, and paste it in our dashboard. This is last insight here. Okay, so now we can now design our charts to meet our own personal standard. Okay, because people actually have different design skills. For me, I'm so poor at design. Okay, but if it is to get insight and analyze data sets, I'm very good at that one. But when it comes to design dashboard, I'm very poor. So I'm going to be using a random design for you. But if you need the design template, you can just search Pinterest or even YouTube for design templates. Okay, so if you've gotten your insight like this, you've cleaned your data, gotten your insights, and visualize your insight like this, so the work is done. Okay, you just have to like find a way to now represent those your visuals in a dashboard format. Okay, so you can search Pinterest for a dashboard templates that you can just use to design on dashboard too, or on YouTube, or even Google will show you some templates that you might need to use. Okay, so now we have to hide all these lines here first of all. So go to views and then go to grid lines here to hide those lines. I would like to hide this ruler and formula bar as well. But let's leave the formula bar as it is. We still need it. So let's hide the ruler instead. The ruler, formula bar, where is ruler? Okay, header. Okay, so this is cool here now. So I'm going to design this. So now we have to give the title, we have to give it this. Let's delete this first and add another title to it. I don't know why that is like that. Chart title. It is still doing like that. Let's try to rename it. So this is going to be country, total revenue by country. Revenue by country, and this is going to be what? Total order by gender. Order by gender. And this is going to be what? Products, top 10 products by customers. Top 10 products by orders is okay. So top 10 products, still overlapping, products by order. Okay, so now we have our um, names and titles figured out. So now we have to hide all these buttons from our visual. So hide all field buttons from here. You can see that is now giving us even more space. Okay, delete this one as well. So hide the buttons so you can have enough space. Hide all the buttons. You can see we have enough space. Delete this one as well. So hide all the buttons. Then delete this one. So you can hide all the buttons here. Okay, but this one we have to just enable it because it's actually referring to it as, okay, we have our male as the blue and the female, sorry, the male is the red, yellow, and the female is the blue. Okay, so we need that. Okay, another thing is that we need to bring in the title of this dashboard here now. So let's just use this particular space for the title of our dashboard. Okay, so now we want to use all these cells now, so I'll just merge the entire cells here, merge and center, so I can give it a title here. So Ezekiel adventure work analysis. Okay, that's the title. So you can just design that onto your taste. So increase the size and then centralize it and then bolding it and give that particular space a color, or just give it a color, all of them a color like this. let's use a cool color like this one. Okay, this is cool. So the next one is to now get in our, okay, let's give this a border here. So the border is here, so that is the right border. Yeah, something like this, demarcate them, because we still need more things here. So we need to get 3 of our KPIs here as well, like our total revenue should be here. So we need to get the three of our KPIs here, like the total revenue, the COGS, and then our total order. We need to get them here as well. So the revenue is going to be here. So merge and center as well. Then apply this split as well. Then we're going to have our COGS here. So merge and center, then apply that here. So then you have our total order here. So merge and center and apply this. You don't say we need to apply it. Okay, we don't need that. None. No border. Okay. So we have to apply this right border. Okay, so now for our total revenue, so just put revenue here. And then for our total COGS, put COGS here. Then for our total order, so orders. Okay, so you can put them in. So now to get the value of this now, you have to get the value of our total revenue. So merge and center this one, merge and center this, merge and center this. So we have to get the value of our total revenue into this place now. Okay. So you're going to come down here, then press equal sign on your keyboard, and then go to the code on the sheet where we have our total revenue, which is the pivot table here. Then go to the countries by revenue or any of the revenues. This is our total revenue here now. So just click on total revenue here, then press enter. It will get total revenue here into your revenue. So even if you are trying to slice your dashboard, it will affect this particular revenue here as well. Same thing for our total cost of goods sold. So click here, then press your equal sign, then go to the sheet where you have our pivot table, then go to your cost of goods sold here. So click on here, then press enter. It will put the values here for you. So for same thing for total orders, press equal sign, then go to your pivot table sheet, and then go to your total order here, then press equal sign. So it will bring total orders here for you. Okay, so those are our KPIs. Okay, so the next one is now to design this properly and put them side by side properly. So some people are very good at this. So we need to get our slicers also into our dashboard. Okay, so we need as many slicers as we can actually get. So let's get the slicers inside now. So click on one chart like this, and then go to pivot table, analyze. Then you see insert slicers here. So let's get like 3 of those slicers here now. Okay, let's get the marital status slicer. Marital status is here, 1. And then which other one should we get? Education 2. And let's get which other one? I would have used name. Let's use country. So we have 3 different slicers. Now I can easily use any of these slicers here to slice our dashboard and get what we need. That's like filtering. So slicers are like filters, right? So sliders are like filters. And put it here. So the last one can come down here and stay. So let's reduce this. It's too big. Reduce. You can see that you need to target the same size for them. Okay, so we're good now. Okay, this one is not showing the entire data for the partial score. So this size is okay now. So the same size for this one as well. The same size for this one too. Okay, so now we can now expand this one to fit in properly, and then this one to fit in properly, then reduce it from down to fit in properly. This one too. Let's reduce this and this. Okay, so these things are like, they are tough for me to always handle them. I'm not a design person, but I have to do it. So now we have this dashboard here now. So now we have to design it further because I don't really like it like this. I said I was going to get this. Okay, let's switch the order of this now. So let's get this one as the bar chart. So a column chart rather. So we have to change this chart type here to this type of chart here. So come here and then come to change chart type to design and then change chart type here to a column chart. So click on OK. Then come here and change this one to a bar chart. Okay, so this is cool. Yeah, you can see that it's showing the entire thing, and this one too is cool. So now I don't like all this data labeled like this. So I need my data labeled. Okay, so I don't like it having the y-axis and x-axis like this. So I need it labeled. Okay, so let's get the label. So this one is going to be labeled on it. Even if you want to see, okay, how much, okay, let's come to country now. So how much did you get as a revenue from United States? You don't know the actual value until you put your mouse cursor on this particular value. So that it's actually 9 point something billion or whatever. Okay, so I need it labeled so I can see the actual value. Okay, so come here and then click on this plus here and then see data label. So check the box. You can see we have our data label. So you cannot remove that particular axis. We don't need it again. That is y axis or axis. That's your primary vertical axis. Yes, you can now take that away. We are good with what we have now. Okay, do the same thing with these ones as well. So label, data label, and remove the axis, primary axis. Oh, not this one, the other one. Yeah, same thing to this one as well. So data label, turn it on, and then remove the axis of the horizontal axis. Okay, this one, let's see how we can format this data label. Yeah, this is cool as well. And legend, let's see different type of pie charts we can use, or donut chart rather. I think this one is cool. Yeah, this is cool. So the color as well, let's work on one color. So let's use one color for this now. So let's use something similar to this particular color here for all our bars. Okay, click on the bar here and then go to the color here, then choose the color of your choice. In fact, I would like this one. Yeah, click on the bar and then click on this color, click on the bar and then click on the color, click on your donuts charts and then click on the color. We want deeper one for this and then we want lighter color like this one for the second area like this. Okay, so now let's design this one to maybe to have this same color here. So click on this and choose the right color for our sliders to match this color, because your dashboard you don't need many colors in your dashboard. Few colors, about 2 colors is enough. Okay, so we're having 3 colors here, so just 2 is okay. So go to slicer setting here and choose the color that actually relates to these colors. So we choose this. Yeah, it's related with this, so the same with this. So choose this, same here, choose this. Okay, so you can see here we have our dashboard. So this is the step-by-step process in doing data analysis with Excel. So you can see that from data gathering to data cleaning to drawing insights, analyzing insights, visualizing those insights, all the way to building a complete dashboard like this one. So you can now easily just screen record this and share it with your friends or your recruiters to see what you built using Excel, and also share everything that I did with them. Okay, in fact, I'll be using this one on Twitter to see what I did in few minutes. Okay, so I will see you again in my next video. Ciao.